This is a PokePress special report. Hi, I'm Stephen Reich here at Cowabunga Comics in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, at one of the Pokemon trading card game, Spring Battle Roads 2012. I'm here with Derek Cranky, and Derek, you were one of the top 4 placers in the Masters Division of today's tournament, and you decided today to play a deck that's commonly known as VVV. It's a combination of Vileplum, Vanilluxe, and Victini. So first off, just to refresh people, it's a fairly well-known deck, but just to refresh us, what's the basic strategy behind the deck?
Well, you use Vileplum, who has the Pokebody allergy flower, and he stops players from using their item or trainer cards, whatever you would like to refer to them as. And by doing that, then you stop them from switching, and you use Vanilluxe's Double Freeze to basically paralyze them. It's like 90-something% of the time. Unfortunately, you do flip tails sometimes, so that's a problem. So you have Victini, who is a Victory Star ability, then lets you reflip if you flip 2 tails, so you have a chance to paralyze them and lock them down.
And then you have a couple supporting cards that you threw into the mix. One of those is the very rare Tropical Beach. Now, some people might not know exactly what that card does. What do you use it for in the deck?
Well, it's a stadium card, and if you have nothing that you can use for the turn or you can't attack at all to lock them down, you can refresh your hand by using Tropical Beach's effect, which lets you draw until you have 7 cards, and then it ends the turn. So basically then, if you just have no Ice Cream in play, without Ice Cream, I mean, you can't lock them down. So, I mean, I have to scream, you have to scream, we all have to scream for Ice Cream.
And you also added one other V to this deck, Virizion. What's the idea behind that card?
Well, you sometimes get bad starts, and I also play Smeargle, which lets you get into supporters to use your opponent's supporters. Sometimes that's just not enough, and I also use Pichu to get at your basics, and sometimes that just doesn't do it either. So with Virizion, he's got 110 HP, he's a big, bulky, fat basic who just basically can wall attacks, and at the same time, he can get more cards into your hand. So if you're short energy, if you're short, your Ice Cream Vanilluxes, and you're short getting your lockdown, you're able to draw an extra 2 cards. And, I mean, that can be really helpful in addition to Tropical Beach.
And you've picked out one other card you wanted to showcase, Rescue Energy. Basically, what does that do for the deck?
Well, Rescue Energy lets you get back your Ice Cream into your hand. And, on hot days like today, it's 90-something degrees out here in Oconomowoc, and, it lets you keep getting your Ice Cream. It lets you refresh because, I mean, you never get enough Ice Cream when it is this hot outside.
Agreed. So, you made the top cut, so you did well. What worked well for the deck at this tournament?
There's several games I flipped a lot of heads. There were 2 games specifically where I didn't flip any double tails, and then another double tails, which we call quad tails. But yeah, so I had a lot of luck with flips until we hit the finals, or the semifinals, and I flipped pretty bad, so that doesn't help matters at all.
And is there anything in the deck that you might change to sort of improve your chances next time?
I play a couple of other cards that I would probably take out. I had a Bellosom in my deck, but the healing didn't really make as much of a difference as I was hoping it would. I mean, it helped a couple of times to add an extra turn to my Vanilluxe living, but that didn't really work out too well. And I also played another one of the V-Create Victinis, which was supposed to be a backup attacker, kind of a finisher, but I didn't really need it, and I also didn't play against any, Durants or anything like that. I played against one Durant, but I just took 6 prizes straight without needing it at all. So I would probably take those 2 cards out. They seem pretty irrelevant to the day.
All right. Well, things don't always work out, but it's good that you made it as far as you did. Thank you very much, Derek. This has been Stephen Reich from Cowabunga Comics in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, at one of the Pokemon trading card games, Spring Battle Roads 2012. This has been a PokePress special report.